The other issue that you've gone after is the DEI policy, specifically a really sharply worded note to Bob Iger on Disney. What is the status of those investigations, and how are you even going about doing them?
Yeah, the first thing we did, basically day one after President Trump came in, he issued an executive order to end the federal government's promotion of DEI. We did that at the FCC. I mean, you'd be shocked. We were spending millions and millions of dollars at the FCC promoting DEI. In fact, it was listed as the agency's #2 budget priority and strategic priority. We've ended that to focus on our core mission. We've told everybody that's trying to do deals before the FCC that they need to end their own promotion of invidious forms of DEI. Disney and ABC in particular are ones I'm very concerned about. The preliminary data indicates that they look like they were doing intentional discrimination, potentially along race and gender. And if that's true, that's a really big deal. And so we're looking at that at the FCC.
And what sort of consequences would you be looking at that?
Well, again, it's the full suite of consequences that the FCC could potentially have. So we're going to look at that. But again, the media stuff gets a lot of attention, particularly by the media because it involves the media. But our traditional economic agenda is what we're really pushing hard on as well. And that's the deregulation effort. Look, we've got to get more spectrum out there. If you remember the first Trump administration, we got tons of airwaves out there. It helped bolster our leadership in 5G. During the Biden years, we really fell behind. So right now, we have to get at least 600 megahertz of spectrum out there. Particularly when we look at AI, that's loading tons of new data onto our networks. We need more spectrum to carry that capacity. That's one of the most important things we're doing.
Okay, but not done with the Disney thing. One more question, which is, will you evaluate it differently for companies like Disney who have said that they're going to roll back some of these DEI initiatives? Bob Iger was pretty plain where he said our business is to be in the entertainment, not comment on social issues. Does that matter?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that they're heading in the right direction. I guess, one, we want to make sure that it's in substance, not in name only. And second of all, we got to look at the conduct that took place in the past. If they were sort of intentionally discriminating on race and gender, that's a potential problem under the FCC's own EEO rules. It could be a problem under the EEOC commission. So we're looking at that.